New Jersey coffee is streaming right now. Words. New Jersey coffee junk is streaming right now.
Good evening, everybody. NJ Coffee Junkie coming to you from the great state of New Jersey and the ImpulseSV Patreon server. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Hello, hello. Breeze Babe, I see you. Thank you for the 20 months. Currently on that 20-month streak. I appreciate that so very much. Says, hey, I am here to make you laugh. What does a baby computer call his father? Data. Nice. I love it. Hi, Ebony. Welcome in. Royal, good to see you. Everybody, come on in. Grab a seat. We're keeping it very chill today. Normally on Tuesdays, I stream from the Shamblecraft server now that Season 2 has started. My first episode is done, and it's going to be out to the public tomorrow. My patrons already have it for viewing. And if you're like, oh, hey, that would be cool. That would be cool if I could see it a day early or so. You can find more information about that at my Patreon server. So, there you go. So, I'm on Impulse's Patreon server right now. And I am still working on that map for Kep. Hi, Elvin. Good to see you. And let me tell you, I've had a really rough day. Like, not even remotely funny as to how bad this day was. I don't even know where to get started, everybody. I really don't. For those of, I will get to it in a second. I want to start with something good. So two things. Number one, I have to watch the footage back, but I recorded a video because someone went to my throne gifts list, and they picked up for me a pour over coffee machine, and I got it yesterday, and I don't know who gave it to me because it was anonymous, but I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you very, 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 very much. Very much. I appreciate it so much. But yeah, you can find, hold on, let me get the link. You can find my list here. It is fancy, and I can't wait to use it. I just have to make sure that I didn't do anything to, like, accidentally dox myself in the video. So after I watch it, then I'm gonna figure it out from there. But yeah, so that's my list. Also, if you missed the stream on Thursday or Sunday, because I obviously didn't stream on Friday because it was New Year's Eve, I am now affiliated and are in the partner program for Strategy Roasters, which is a veteran-owned coffee company, which is just chef's kiss. So I'm really excited about that. If I hit certain milestones, I'll be able to have my own coffee line, which is really cool. So here's the link for that, and the code is NJ Coffee Junkie. And so you can order their coffee there. They have all kinds. Just go check them out. So that would be really cool. As I've said before, coffee is how I connected with my dad. And so being able to have something cool like this would be just stupid cool. It would be stupid cool. I know my dad's keeping an eye on me where he is, and him and my mom. But coffee was our thing. And so for that, it's just more of that, please. I know he's really super thrilled. But yeah, so today, all I'm going to say is buckle up, because this is a story. This is a story of a lovely lady, that's me, who is contending with her office's third COVID scare. And this isn't a full-blown, this is not like, oh, I might have it. As in, like, one of my coworkers might have it. I have 2 coworkers out right now with it. They got sick within a week of each other. Now, the chances of me having it are pretty slim because I was out all last week. I went back to work yesterday for the first time since the day before Christmas Eve. And I'm like, okay, this is a thing. As I look at the next 2 chunks I have to do. Let's see, I'm on chunk 6. So let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the snip out. Okay. This music's really pumping for the serious discussion I'm having right now. That's a whole thing. Okay. Yeah, so that's a thing. So, in any event, so, yeah. So we had another exposure. Not happy about it. Not even remotely. And it's a whole thing, y'all. It's a whole thing. I immediately advocated for us to go home and so we could go get tested. Even me. I said the entire office has to get tested right now. And my boss wasn't having it. Because he's like, oh, well, we should be fine. And I'm like, you sure about that? So, nope. Now, he also said, he had said that he wanted everyone who had boosters to stay and everyone who didn't to go home and isolate for 5 days. I'm the only person who got their booster shot because I went before PAX Unplugged last month. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I'm probably the safest one out of all of them, not counting my boss or his wife because they went and got boosted. So, I'm like, okay, that's great. Should be fine is not the same as fine. You're right. Now, I'm saying this not to malign my boss or my coworkers because they are all good people. And my coworkers were very careful. It just happened that this was the hand that they were dealt. So I want to make that abundantly clear. However, he sent everyone who wasn't boosted home. And he was going to have me stay. And I didn't want to. I was fighting him tooth and nail about it because I'm like, no, we need to close this down and we need to sanitize everything and the whatnot. And he's like, oh, well, but you got your booster. You should be fine. Like, no. That's not how it works. So my coworkers convinced him to let me go home because I couldn't be the only person there. Like, no way. No way. So they advocated for me to leave with them. And so I did. I left with them. And I got home and everywhere in this area and basically all over, they're out of home tests. But I had picked up a couple before they ran out. So I immediately took a home test just to be on the safe side, and it came up negative. Now, I'm obviously going to wait a few days before I take another one, and I'll go have it professionally done. I'm going to go get it like one of those, it takes an hour PCR test kind of things. Well, and this is exactly what I knew would happen because of New Year's, and I had said to my boss, you should probably close us down for the week between Christmas and New Year's, so that if anybody's sick, it'll have enough time to incubate and they'll know before they come back in the office. Nope. He didn't do that. He did, it was only a 3-day work week, but still. And I was like, okay. I'm not here for it. You know, people are going to do what they're going to do. That's whatever it is. It's whatever. Your school did that, you're remote for a week? Yeah, that's what we could have done, and but it was so busy that my boss would have lost his mind. Because it's always busy when one of us is out. Like, not even gonna lie about that. That's a whole thing. So, at the end of the day, as I make more white carpet, because I'm gonna need a lot of it at this point, I ended up getting a call from the office manager, and I was told that I would be required to come in, that I would be the only one required to come in later this week. My boss is personally cleaning the office, and I'm like, no, you need a professional to do that. And nope, he's doing it himself. He and the other guy are doing it themselves. And I'm required to come in Thursday. So it'll just be me, and that's it. Me and the other people who are boosted. Yeah, I have no choice in the matter. I have to go. Oh, hey, look, we got 2 chunks down in about 10 minutes. Go us. Look at what we did. We did a thing. So now we're going to move on to chunks 3 and 4 of this row. Vampire says, my sister and her family had it. They're all fine now, but had completely different symptoms. Yeah, it affects everybody differently. It's going to hit everybody. No, I'm not going to. It's not worth it. I don't feel like paying the I don't feel like dragging a lawyer into it. I know that if I don't feel safe, I can leave. And I know I have that agency. And the way I'm just going to do it is, sit there, have my mask on, and just ignore everyone and everything. And I'm going to be left alone to my own devices. Nobody's going to come near me. Nobody's going to bother me. Because if they do, they'll never hear the end of it from me. I don't need the nonsense, I don't need the stress. Okay, hold on. I'm using the wrong tool for this job. I did ask for help. I did ask for help on this, so hopefully some people will come along. Alright, so that's all I'm going to break down at this point. But I have to move all of these shulkers. So that's a thing. And I'm not going to be able to pick them all up either, so I need to find empty ones. Did I smash the empty ones? I probably did. We'll put the ladders and the chicken in there. Come on, there's got to be an empty... Did I really seriously broke all the full ones. Well, it's apparently safe for me to be there, so that's the story I was told. Okay, this is the shulker I need to store stuff in, so I'm gonna store stuff in it. I'm just gonna throw random stuff in here for now. So I can pick up all these shulkers. And the bed. I gotta pick up the bed, too. Okay, I don't have enough room. I need to fill you up more. No, did not get snow yesterday. Did get stranded a little bit. The train system was all messed up. I had to take the train last night, too. That was the best part. And, my connection got canceled, and so instead of getting home around 6, I got home around 7. Which was awesome. Said no one ever. That was not fun. Yeah, I know, and I'm not gonna blame him. He's got stuff he's gotta do. And I get why he is the way he is. Like, I'm not gonna crap on him for doing what he feels is the right thing to do, I can't crap on him for that. But I can be annoyed. And I can advocate for the safety of my coworkers. That's what I do. I advocate for them. And it drives him insane that I do that. And I don't care. I literally don't care. Because if I feel like I need to say something, I'm going to say something. And if he doesn't like it, then that's it. And that's why he had the officer manager call me, because he knew I was going to fight him. Because when we were recalled back last June, I fought him then too. I said, no, I'm not going. And the only reason why I stayed out an extra 2 months was because my dad got sick. So, not so of the even hand. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Make yourself at home. We're talking about we're talking about some serious things tonight, and that's usually not how I do things, but I'm very upfront and honest about my experiences. So, I'm not going to get sick. I'm going to do everything I physically can to not be ill. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to make sure I don't get sick. I sanitize, I wash my hands, I wipe down my areas every day. I'm making a lot of carpet I hope I use. Okay. Now where's the other stuff that I need? Because I know that I need the pressure plates and everything, and I threw them in random stuff. So, we're doing the shulker box cha-cha over here. So much white carpet coming soon. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. I'm all for jokes. Bring on the jokes. Yeah, let's grab all of this. And we'll grab the crafting bench. I probably shouldn't have moved it. I don't need food yet. This is all the extra stuff. I do need... I am going to need yellow wool, yellow and brown wool. So I'm going to need you. So let's get you. And I'm going to need yellow. So let's grab you. Okay. Haha, I've seen that joke a bunch of times before, but it never gets old. Did you know that the first fries weren't cooked in France, they were cooked in Greece? I love it. I love it. Fun fact, the Team Rocket speech is perfect for the timing of washing your hands. Good to know. That's very good to know. Let's move this random pressure plate, and we'll put the bed over here along this perimeter. Alright, there we go. Reset my spawn. And now I can continue with this. Now I can continue where I left off. So, let's pull up the map. And I'm going to put this over here so I can see it. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, as of right now, that's the whole thing that's going on with everything. And I'm going to take it one day at a time. I'm going to make sure I'm safe. I'm going to take care of myself. I don't want you to worry about me. And just keep my coworkers in your thoughts as they recover from this mess, because I wouldn't wish it on anybody. One was vaccinated, one was not. So I'm hoping the unvaccinated one has an easy go of it, because he got sick and his significant other got sick. So it's like, I just hope they're okay. Because remember, I haven't seen them since before Christmas Eve. But the one who got sick, who was reported sick this morning, he was in yesterday. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Okay, I can count. Good. Hi, Rose. I'm good. I'm good. I'm hanging in there. I'm okay. I'm doing 2 chunks at a time at this point to expedite getting this map done. Also, there's a lot of, there is a ton of white carpet to use, so it's going pretty fast. Breeze Babe says, I got better crew link. I might need help with it. Oh, yeah, sure. I got you. I got you covered. Better crew link's pretty simple. All you have to do is, open it, and then it'll it'll open Among Us for you if depending on which version you're using. Like if you're using it through Steam rather, it'll say open via Steam or whatever, and then you just kind of go from there. Now, since I'm working from home tomorrow, what's probably going to happen after I put white carpet here, pressure plates? Yeah, pressure plates. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So the first 16 is white carpet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then the 2 pressure plates. And then white carpet all the way down. Okay. We're just crushing it right now. Seriously. This is going really smoothly for now. Knock on wood. And then, let's see. Above that is pressure plate here. Pressure plate here. Let's see. We have brown carpet, gray carpet, and that's it. So, brown, no. Brown, brown, gray. Yeah, and then white all the way down. It's a huge map. It's 12 total maps for one large map. So it's a huge undertaking, and I can only do this when I'm home because that's where I have the schematic. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. That's my new phrase, apparently. It's a whole thing. It's kind of stuck. Let's see. We need gray. Gray. That is oak. So I've got oak slabs here somewhere. Oak? Yeah, oak. We'll move you over here. Is my job demanding? Not really, no. It's really not. It's just I have to be in person. Do I use... Hi, Greyheart. Do I use a program for the map making? I do. I'm using a program that I was taught to use called... it's a website called nodecraft by Redbane. It's wonderful. It gets the job done. Oak slab. 3 pressure plates. 2 white. And then I think that's oak. Yeah, those are both oak. Okay, so then oak, oak. Light gray carpet. And then yellow. Okay. So light gray carpet, yellow carpet. Wait. All right, have fun. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we have cyan. So we'll move the axe for now. We don't need it. Cyan, pressure plate, light gray carpet. That is a spruce slab. You can tell by the darkness. You asked what I was trying to ask much better. Oh, yeah. I use, it's Redbane, and it's map art craft. It's really helpful. It does a great job of having you visualize the maps in different formats and how they could look and stuff like that. And then it's another gray? No. It's black. Okay. I have black carpet on me. Okay. And yeah, that looks good. That looks good so far. And white carpet across. Okay. So this row, these rows are done. So this row is done. And this row is done. And this row is done. So we're gonna get through four chunks, and it hasn't even been a half hour yet. So we'll be in good shape to get this pretty done quickly. Okay, so now white carpet across, like so. But I'm so glad all of you have come out to kind of, you know, come hang out and chill with me for a bit because... Oh, okay, Ebony. Enjoy your nap. Naps are good. And I have to make sure to pay attention to the chat. So that's the thing. Let's see. Let's close you and keep you open. And close you, and close you, and keep you open, close you, close you for now. There we go. Hi, Rose. Oh, yeah, thanks, Rose. I'm so distracted because I'm trying to, like, write this all down, and I'm like, oh, hello, do. That was like me with Joe earlier. He said hello to me, and I'm like, I've been here the whole time. Now, mind you, I didn't have the heart to tell him I was napping, but it's fine. I was waiting for news from my coworker, and I ended up dozing off while I was waiting to hear back. Because today was exhausting. It takes a lot of energy to deal with that kind of level of stress. You know, worrying about my coworkers and hoping they're okay, and worrying about all of us who are still in the office, you know, it's a whole thing. And I know my boss is worried. I know he is, and I know he's trying to do what he can, but it's a thing. Okay, looks like I'm gonna run out of white carpet any minute now. Cyan. And then brown. Okay, I'm not gonna run out, that's fine. Let's see, brown. Then another oak. Then 2 white. Then 2 oak. And a pressure plate. And then white all the rest of the way. Okay. So this row is now done. Very good. Hi, Hot Dog. Good to have you. Welcome on in. I am working on a very large map for a server mate of mine on ImpulseSV's Patreon server. It's a menu, and I'm on the first of 12 maps that I have to lay out. Hi, Vid. Good to see you. I'm using a program called MapArtCraft, and I'm using it to lay everything out accordingly. Let's see. Over here, because it's easier to do it like this, we're going to put the pressure plate here, go across 2. We're going to put the oak slab that is needed here, and the spruce slab beside it. And then move down 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need... Yes, this is right. I need an oak slab that I have to keep switching out. Oak. Then a brown. And then 1, 2, 3, and then a brown and a light gray. Then light gray. Hold on. This shouldn't be here. This should have been broken over. Because this is in the way. How's it going, Vid? Welcome in. Forgive me if I'm a little slow to respond to chat. I just, I am... Okay, I am facing this way. All right, very good. Very good, very good. Okay, so we're not messed up. Good, 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 good. Okay. Let's see, we'll put the pressure plate here and the light gray here. I need 3 black carpet. 1, 2, 3. And then I need a pressure plate here. Ow. Then 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. And then on the 4th, we need a pressure plate and an oak slab. So we'll grab those oak slabs. Put that there. Then 1, 2, 3. And then oak slab here. Brown carpet here. Brown carpet there. Oak slab there. Cyan carpet here. Spruce slab here. Light gray carpet here. Pressure plate. Oak slab. Brown. Oh, I need more brown. Oh, okay. That's not good. Okay. I need to go find more brown carpet. I grabbed a whole bunch, so it should be okay. I just have to remember which... I have to remember which bucket they're in, because everything got shifted around. Not that one. Okay. Give me the chicken. Thank you. So much white carpet. Oh my gosh. Not that one. I need brown carpet. Here we go. Knew I had some in here. We'll grab that extra pressure plate too. So we'll make a lot of brown carpet. There we go. All right, let's head back. Vampire says, not for map making, but I did discover that watermelon walls look like outdated wallpaper. They kind of do. If you set up the bone blocks a certain way, it looks like really bad striped wallpaper. It's amazing. It's amazingly bad, and I love it. Vid says, things are going well. They have us working at home because 3 employees got COVID, but I'm boosted up. Yeah, you missed me talking earlier, Vid, about having 2 coworkers out with COVID, and because I'm the only one besides my boss and his wife who are fully boosted, that I'm required to go into work after 24 hours. Everyone else is working from home the rest of the week because they're isolated. Because the people who are sick, they were with them last week and all day yesterday, whereas I wasn't. I was out all last week. Well, apparently it's following CDC guidelines where they're not boosted yet, so they have to go get tested and then they have to go get their booster. My boss is requiring them to go get their booster. If they can. Where was I now? But I got it before I went to PAX Unplugged because that was a requirement for both of us to go to PAX Unplugged. We weren't going to take any chances with not having our boosters before we went. And we were glad we did because if found out our friend got COVID because she didn't get boosted before she left. So she was more susceptible to Omicron. She's fine. Don't worry. She's okay. But yeah. Okay, so hold on. I think this is everything. I think this is all of the different pieces before all the white carpet. So I think we can start plunking down white carpet. And I probably should have grabbed more because there's probably not enough. There's definitely not enough here, but let's find out. Oh yeah, there's definitely not enough in my hands. I can tell right away. I can tell right away. That's fine though. If I get... Yeah, I definitely ran out of white carpet. Back to the pile we go. Because we're going to need a lot more of it. We'll just grab from any random bucket. Okay. This should be enough for us to finish the 2 things. It is what it is, Vid. I'm not going to worry about it because it's just going to upset me even further than it did already today, and it's just a whole thing. Also, call me Ghost TW and Megs the Musical. Thank you for the follows. I didn't mention that before. Really appreciate that. So, in any event, with everything that's kind of banana pants right now, I just want you to know that I'm taking every precaution I can, advocating for my coworkers the best that I can. You know, obviously I work in a field where there isn't a union or anything like that, but I do stick up for them, and my boss knows not to come at me because he will get a fight every single time because their health and safety and my health and safety matters. I do not play. I do not mess around. I do not play. I am a certifiable pain in the butt. Insert other word of your choice. But yeah, I am a certifiable pain in the butt. I do not, I wear that like a crown. Your man Toucan, nice handle. Good to see you. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Make yourself comfortable. Pull up a chair. Welcome to the cafe. I am NJ. And right now I am attempting to snip, my next 2 sections of this 12 map extravaganza I am working on for my server mate Kep. And that was a bad snip. Let me try again. Nope, that was a worse snip. We're going to do that one more time. I have the lights off in the office because I'm in our shared office right now with my hubs, and boom. Okay, I think I got it. I think that's the right section. Yeah, that's the right section. So this is only 1/6 of the map, of the entire map. So, okay, I can't grab this yet. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, yeah, I have enough. My hope is to have, since I'm working from home tomorrow, I'll be working on this pretty much all day, aside from editing. So, and I mean, I have to check my work email every so often because we do have projects that are coming in. One is definitely coming in on Thursday. So I have to be mindful about that. Okay, let's break this all down. The way that I do my maps is I place them in chunks. Like I cut off all the chunks. I cut them all off. And just kind of grid it out. And I go from there. It makes it easier for me. It's easier to follow as opposed to giving me a random square and saying, okay, here you go. That's not how I operate. And I get very confused very easily like that. We're going to dump all this extra stuff that I don't need right now in here. And kind of be done with it that way. Looks like I'm going to need a bit of yellow carpet. I have some already. It looks like we'll be still using oak slabs and a mix of the brown wool, the spruce, and the whatnot. So I think we're good to go at this point. But yeah, I mean, right now, the way that things are, it's so tenuous because everybody is trying their best to stay safe and stuff. You kind of have to be an advocate for yourself. And you have to look at what's in front of you. And you have to... If something doesn't feel right, you have to say something about it. And that's one of the things that my boss actually looks to me for. Is that I will speak up. And I will say something. And I've been there for so long. I'm one of the longest people. I'm one of the people who's been there the longest, right? And so I have a little bit more pull when it comes to things that are an issue. Hold on, I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, okay, so we have to ignore this, because that's not part of the snip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, so I snipped it kind of correctly. Alright, so we have 5 rows that are all white. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, working from the bottom up. And we're just going to do this. We're just going to go to town. And we're going to fill all this in. It's going to take more than a stack of white carpet for this. So let's get this done. Yeah, this is definitely going to take about 2 or 3 stacks right here. Because you figure it's 32, so every 2 rows is a stack of carpet. So it's 2.5 stacks just for this 2 chunk area. Oh, come on. Am I really out of carpet? Poop. Come here. Gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay. So these first 5 rows are done. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, awesome. Now we're going to count this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we have to put 10 white carpet down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then that's where the pressure plates come in. So a pressure plate's going to go boop right there. And then the rest of this is all white carpet. So off we go. Now with the white, with the pressure plate as our centerpiece. Hi, Sprinkles. Welcome in. Welcome in. Make yourself at home. Pull up a seat. Yeah, I had a couple of options of things to do tonight, but I wanted to keep it chill because I had a really long day, and I like to keep things a little bit cozier here. Like to keep things a little bit more chill. So we're doing some map making. This is 1/12 of a map that I'm making for a server mate on Impulse's server, ImpulseSV's Patreon server. And I'm using this pressure plate as my guide to fill in the non-white carpet parts. So I'm going to need brown carpet here and here, and light gray carpet here. I'm following a guide that tells me where everything needs to go, and letting it just show me where things should be. So pressure plate. All right, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So we have nothing there, but we have a piece of yellow carpet here, and then 2 pressure plates and a pressure plate capping that off. Okay, good. So right here we have, I think that's oak, I want to say, right? Yeah, that's oak. So we've got oak over here and here with a pressure plate here. Oak again. And then we have gray carpet here and here. Another oak. A light gray. And then a pressure plate. Okay, so now we've connected that. That's great. We got that done. Now we come up down here. We put spruce slab here. And brown, spruce. Yeah, wait. Brown, spruce, brown. Wait, spruce, brown, spruce, brown. I got mixed up there for a second. Oak, oak, pressure plate. That's not a pressure plate, NJ. You know the difference. There we go, pressure plate. And then... Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Because over here, There's a pressure plate, oak, and oak. We got a little bit of the cyan... No, hold on. I want to use what's here. Cyan carpet here. Light gray. Pressure plate. Pressure plate. Spruce. Oak. Gray. And then brown. Okay, so that aspect is done. Let me check chat. Okay, very good. By the way, all of you who are just coming in, welcome. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. I really hope you're doing okay. I'm checking chat every couple of minutes. Don't worry. I'm seeing everything as I can. I'm focused on getting these... I'm focused on getting these other bits in before I fill in everything with white carpet. So we're going to walk over to come up one and put our next pressure plate down. That is going to be our guide to this next segment. Spruce slab. Light gray carpet. Oak slab. Brown carpet. Brown carpet. Brown carpet. Okay, good. And now it's a sea of gray. I know I have gray. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. With one here. And one here, capped off by a black carpet here. We have a light gray carpet here, pressure plate, oak slab, there we go, and then more gray. If you give me a second with these two chunks, I will show you the progress that's being made. That's a jungle slab. Oh, okay, so I need to replace two of the things with junk. Oh, wait, no, these are junk. Wait, hold on. So, did I botch this somehow? There's no way I botched this. I don't think I did. No, there's no way I botched this. Okay, so jungle goes... Hold on. I did not botch this, did I? Where is this on the map? Well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We're letting it go. We're letting it go. It'll be fine. So this right here is a jungle slab. I knew I had jungle slabs. Sometimes you gotta double and triple check everything to make sure it looks right. And then there shouldn't be two here. Hold on. Something's wrong. This looks right. Oh, because there's a pressure plate here. There's two pressure plates here. Oh. Because there is a pressure plate here. That's not a pressure plate, NJ. We've been over this. Pressure plate, pressure plate, pressure plate. That makes more sense. Okay. And then light gray wool. And then two pressure plates. I'm saying pressure plates a lot, aren't I? Okay, so that portion's done. Okay, you can see the letters start to really come into their own as you look on the map that I'm working with. Hi, Randon. Hi, Kendallus. Thank you for the 6 months in a row at Tier 1. I appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. It didn't, for some reason, it didn't give an alert, but I got it now. So there we go. And you know what? For Breeze Babe, I'll do it too. That works. Okay, so I just pinged it. It doesn't ping anymore because I broke it. So I have to manually ping every time somebody does something cool. And yeah, I was focused on my map. Still am. Trying to finish this for Kep. Alright, so we did this. And at this point, we scoot over to oak slab, black carpet, oak slab, pressure plate, spruce, pressure plate. Down here is an oak slab, and then another pressure plate, pressure plate, pressure plate. That is going to end up being a tongue twister by the end of the night. I already know it. I already know it. So let's see. These are gray. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Another pressure plate here. Gray, light gray carpet here. And that's not everything, right? Is it? No, it's not. So light gray, brown. We got gray there. Another oak slab. Yeah, that's right. And then this. So, in any event, with everything that's been going on, with all the nonsense and everything, for those of you who just came in, I've had a day of, you know, having a COVID scare and everything else, and I don't want to get too into it again, but, you know, just, you know, take care of yourselves and stuff. At least they're not pink and purple, that's true. Hi, Notorious. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, I need to message Cam. I might do that tomorrow. Cam offered to help me fully make the transition from Streamlabs to Stream Elements. Okay, now that all of it is done, I can put in all the white carpet that's left. Because every other spot on these whatchamacallits, is white carpet. So we're just going to fill this in best we can until we have to go get more. It would not... Okay, I ran out. Alright, that's... Yeah. I'm okay, Notorious. I took a home test earlier. I happen to have one. I happen to have one in the house. It came back negative. So, I'm okay. I do have to go back in the office on Thursday. Because I'm the only person besides my boss who is fully boosted. So I have that going for me. I'm protected. I hate it, but it's whatever. But he's having us work from home tomorrow so that he can personally deep clean the shop. Because we said that whatever our normal person does, it's not enough. So I asked to have it like really super cleaned. Enjoy the lurk. Now, you all know, or at least some of you do. Yeah, I'm okay for now. I'm okay for now. Randon says, my wife and son tested positive last week. They seem to be almost recovered. For some reason, my daughter and I are negative. Yeah, it just happens like that sometimes. And just, I'm really glad to hear that they're both on the mend. Because it's not easy. It's kind of scary. But yeah, I mean... My coworkers right now, they sound miserable, but they're in good spirits. I don't know. I'm hoping that no more of us get it, because my one coworker got it when we were still working from home, and now 2 more, and we knew this was going to happen. It was only a matter of time. And, you know, when I go out and say, you know, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And it's just, it's, yeah. All right, so let's focus. We have 2 more I repeat, we have two more. We have two more sections to do for this row, and we'll be down to 2 rows of 8 left. 16 chunks. And I don't know about you, but I think we can get those 16 chunks done tonight. I think we can get through this map before midnight. If we can start on the next map in the series, that would be head and shoulders above amazing. Because I really want to finish this, and I know I'm going to be working on it pretty much all day tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, my first episode of Season 2 of Shamblecraft comes out tomorrow. It's already in the hands of my patrons. It will be out to the general public around 3 p.m. tomorrow. No, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. tomorrow. Make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. It would help if I spelled it right. That would be great. Hey, Kajiro. Welcome in. Yeah, so my next episode comes out tomorrow, so please make sure you're subscribed to youtube.com/njcoffeejunkie. Oh! Hi! Kajiro! Hi! Hi! You're raiding me! Oh! Hi! Thank you for the raid, friend! How are you? Hi! Sneaking in on me, I see. Alright, come on. You just came in. Welcome in, everybody. If you're not already following Kajiro, well, you know what to do. He's our hero, after all. I mod for him sometimes, he mods for me sometimes, and basically we just hang out, and he's one of the coolest people I know. So yeah, make sure you give him a follow, and for now, I have the map over chat, because I gotta put chat up here. Well, I can't put chat up here. You know what? Hi, I'm NJ, and I would like to welcome you to my channel, which, for tonight, we're affectionately nicknaming the Struggle Bus. So come on board, strap yourselves in, and I'm gonna take you for a ride to Derpsville. I know, Kajiro, I know! I have to message Cam, and I never got around to it, and I gotta do it tomorrow. But come on, there's a dance break in progress, so dance with me. Come on, woohoo! Dance with me. Woohoo! Hi, Sea Turtle. Do 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 do. Wave them in the air. Woohoo! Boots and cats and boots and cans. Hi, Double Mint. It's good to see everybody. Hello. I'm on Impulse's server right now. And hey, Ninja. Welcome in. I'm on Impulse's server working on a map for Kep. It is 12 maps total. And this is map number 1. And after the day I had with, having a COVID scare and everything, don't worry, I'm okay. I tested negative so far. I'll be fine. I have really been full-fledged on said struggle bus, trying to make sure that I stay safe and advocating for my coworkers. We're all working from home tomorrow because my boss is personally taking care of... Thank you for the follow, the Deuce 80. My boss is personally taking care of deep cleaning the office from top to bottom. And I have to go back in on Thursday because I'm the only one who's had 3 vaccine shots. I've been boosted. I'm the only one. So I get to go in on Thursday. And do I want to? No. No, I don't. I'll be honest. I don't. But, yeah. Oh. You're gonna have to show me how to make these maps. It's actually really simple. Do I have the scaffolding on me? I don't. I have cobblestone on me. Hold on. Here, I'll show you. So, let me climb on here, and I'll show you. Let me climb up. I just wanna fly. Alright, so basically, you can see the other map I did over there. That's the first map I ever did next to it. But basically, a regular map is an 8x8 chunk. 8 chunks by 8 chunks. So it's 64 chunks wide, and each chunk is 16 by 16. So, for those of you who like to do math, you multiply 16 times 16, or 16 squared, or whatever, by 64, and that's how many blocks you have to place per map. For this particular map that I personally designed for Kep, the majority of it is going to be white carpet, so it's not too bad. Like, most of this here is all going to be white carpet. So it's actually going pretty fast. It's going pretty quickly. Tell them other folks to go get their poke. Well, one of my coworkers who's sick didn't get vaccinated. And might actually do it after he recovers. The other did not get boosted yet, as far as I know. I got my booster shot before going to PAX Unplugged because we made that a requirement. Sprinkle says, how do you go about designing something like that? I used a website called Canva. I used Canva for it. Okay. We're in luck because this chunk, right? So this right here, this is the first spot. This entire chunk here is white. So we can fill this chunk real fast. In fact, we're going to right now. We're going to save ourselves a lot of grief. We're going to just do this right now. And we'll finish this up right quick. Okay. We're just going to fill all of this in. I have never gone through so much white wool in all of my existence. This is ridiculously funny. But yeah, I used a website called Canva, and I just designed it straight like that. And then I had asked for help to make it so that it could be a Minecraft map, because the normal maps were not working the way that I normally do them. So Kindleus, who's a member of Joe Hills's community, gave me the assist on that and set it up for me so that I could actually do this as a 2x6 map. So right now I'm just going through and filling this entire chunk in white. And that's ultimately what's going to make the difference in getting this done as fast as I can. Because I have another map. I have a single map on top of this, but it's a 3D map. So I definitely have to hustle before this server closes, or else I'm never going to hear the end of it. Because I was supposed to have that map done a month and a half ago, and I just have not been able to do it. Okay, so where is this snip that I'm going to put halfway over the chat so that I can see you all, but also see this map, because I can't see it on my second monitor at all. Do I also do this during my slow time at work? You're darn right I do. But not this particular map, because the design and the layout on MapArtCraft is tethered, in a sense, to this machine. It's literally, it's tethered to the machine, so that if I try to replicate this on a different browser, it's not going to be the same, and it's going to be funky, and it's not going to work. So I have to do it on this device, which is annoying. It's annoying. I'm not going to lie. It's annoying, but it's okay. I'm going to make it work. Okay. I need jungle here, and oak here. Yeah, I love having it in there. I love having the map in my offhand. It just makes everything so much easier. All right, so we need 2 pressure plates. I'm running out of pressure plates. I'm going to have to go make sure I have enough, that I have enough iron. I took a whole bunch from the iron stores, because I was given permission to. It's like, oh, well, you know, we have so much of it now. You can just take what you need. So I was like, hooray! So I took a whole, like, I took a ton and just went to town. Elvin says, I wish you luck doing that. I'm trying to build over 500 custom trees in a couple of days. So far, not doing so bad. Pace thyself, my friend. Pace thyself. Do not overtax thine being with the glory of your trees. Because you do make some pretty exquisite trees, not gonna lie. The trees you made for me last season on Shamblcraft were really good. Okay, I'm out of pressure plates, so I need to go get some pressure plates. I have iron in here somewhere, and please tell me I have iron in here somewhere, because I don't want to go looking for it. Please tell me I have iron somewhere in here. Fingers crossed, everybody. I know I grabbed a whole ton of iron. I just don't know which box it's in. Not that one, though. All the white wool is in here. Squiddy ends Thursday. You'll make it. You'll get there. Don't you worry. Okay, not quite. Oh my gosh, I need to label these. Why didn't I label these? Oh, because I have no levels. That's why. Oh, here's all the iron. Okay, found it! I found the iron! I found the iron. Oh, okay. Let's get more pressure plates. Hold on. I need to actually... Let's empty some of this. Then we'll get the pressure plates. Okay, so it's 2 stacks of iron for... 2 stacks of iron for a stack of pressure plates. Okay, noted. So, knowing that I'm going to have to make a bunch of these, I'm just going to go ahead and make all those pressure plates. Do I know? Oh, Ruby! Hi, Ruby Phoenix! Hello, welcome in. Joe rated you earlier today. I recognize that name. It's nice to meet you. Come on in, make yourself at home. I'm NJ. And thank you everybody else who came in on Kajiro's raid. Yes. Yes, hi Ken. I know. I know, you told me that last stream. Last time I was in here. And I'm so glad because I plan on taking as much of it as I can. You might think it was stealing, but no, it was forgery. Oh my god! Get out! Yes. But welcome in, Ruby. Always good to have new friends and new faces in here. Welcome in. I am currently working on a map for my server mate, Kep. And I also frequent Cam and Cleo streams. I do recognize you from there. I do, actually. Steffi Marie was trying to raid you, too, but could not for some reason. Because I'm not following them. I have to follow them for people to be able to raid me. It's just a way to protect the channel. But if you could do me a favor and whisper me their Twitch handle, not their handle, their URL, I can go to their page and then go follow them. But if you did come in with Steffi Marie, thank you for the soon-to-be official raid. Thank you very much for that. Ugh. Excuse me. Everybody hydrate. If you haven't hydrated yet, hydrate. I have some lime seltzer that's keeping me company tonight. Alright, so where were we? Looking at this, I'm using MapArtCraft. And I apologize that you can't see what I'm doing in that respect. It's mainly because I have this, I have this on a snip tool. And Ruby beat me to it. I was literally about to say that. So, Ruby, you and I are going to get along just fine. We always rag on Cam. Although, some people Cleo does it more than others. But I tease. I think Cam's great. Okay, hold on. This doesn't look right. Hold on. This is not right. Hold on. I did this backwards. One sec. My brain got distracted and my eyes went screwy. Hold on. Thank you for the posture check. Everybody adjust yourselves. Make sure you are nice and cozy in your seats. Okay, so we need a pressure plate here. Where are my pressure plates? Where are you? Pressure plates. There we go. And we'll put the white carpet in here. Hey, Alice, good to see you. You doing all right? How are you? Pressure plate here. And then one here, one here. Yes, that's right. And then on this row, we have gray carpet, oak slab, and then 2 light gray carpets so that the light gray is above the pressure plate. Then another pressure plate here, oak slab here, brown carpet, which I don't have out. Where's the brown carpet? Brown carpet's over here. I do have it out. Okay, there we go. That I need light gray here. Cleo's sass is amazing. She's gotten into the habit of sassing me because I'm friends with Joe. And I think it's hilarious. Okay, so gray. Okay, so that looks good. That looks good. So I do believe we got everything for this chunk. So now it's white carpet-orama. So we're going to fill this in. Oh, and you're going to see it. You're going to see the rest of this row come to life. Oh. Yeah, the first map I actually ever did was on ImpulseSV's stream. I'm doing well, Alice. How are you? I'm doing well, all things considered. So yeah, my first ever map was with Impulse. He was doing the QR code map. That's a couple of maps over that way. And I'd never done a map before, and I was doing everything wrong. And it was actually really nice because between Drowsy and Koisty, making sure that I could participate, and because I got nervous because I didn't know what I was doing. But no, they kind of like held my hand a little bit. And Impulse was very kind as well, which is not a surprise, to be honest. And we were able to do his map together. And so when I told him I was working on a map, I was inspired by being able to do this one. And so he's like, okay, when you're done with it, I want to know because I want to go see it. And I went, okay, I'll let you know when it's done. And so when I finished it, I found him and I said, hey, my map's done. So he took a look at it and he was just like, holy crap. He said, usually people go for something simple when they start and you didn't. He also thought the gridding was cool. So, okay, let me see if I can find where I put the scaffolding so I can show you all without having to use, I think it's in one of these. Yeah, there's some scaffolding right here. So I can show you all this. Ruby says the closest I've come to anything like that is when I was in a voice call with Joe one time ever. Yeah. He sasses me all the time. The stinker. And it's fine. I don't mind. So, here's the map. 16 by 16 chunks. So far, so good. I use cobblestone. Or diorite slabs or something, and I cut them into the chunks. I cut the chunks out. so that I don't lose my spot and I know exactly what I'm doing. And so I just kind of take it from there. That's okay. It's only 2 points of damage. It's not bad. But that's basically, you know, that's what I've been working on for a while. For a long while. Let me put the scaffolding in here so I can find it. Okay, so there we go. So you were there when Joe raided me, but you didn't stick around. I was there. But I was on the phone with my coworker trying to figure out what the rest of our week was like. So there was I meant no offense. I did make sure to follow you though. I wanted to make sure I followed you. But yeah, as I said early on in stream, we had a COVID scare at work. 2 of my coworkers are out sick. It was only a matter of time because I work in a small office, and I work in one room with 5 other people, and there's a total of like 13 of us in the same building. So that's really weird. Hold on. Let me make sure, because I swear I followed you. 1 second. I'm checking this out. Huh. Dang it, didn't go through. Alright, fixed. You are now. I am now. This is what I get. This is what I get for thinking I do something, you know? That was loud, your alert's on. Oops. Sorry? Oh, goodness. But seriously, it's nice to make new friends. No, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's cool. Alright, so now we have 2 rows left. And this is where it's gonna get kind of silly. Because now we're starting to get into the menu part. Like the actual menu. So I say so a lot. I need to stop that. It's gonna get into the items that Kep is selling. I am not work from home, technically. I'm working from home tomorrow. We're all working from home tomorrow. The office is gonna be closed to us while it's deep cleaned. And then I go back in on Thursday. My coworkers, because they don't have the booster shot yet, they have to isolate for 5 days after exposure, according to the CDC. So they are going to isolate and work from home, but I have to go in because I got the booster and I got it a month ago. So I'm cleared to go back to work. 4, 5, 6, 7. You're not even eligible for your booster yet? Yeah, they're pushing us. Are you? You're not in the States, are you? Because if you were in the States, you would have been eligible for it by now. Because they are pushing the booster and everything here hard, like super hard. You're in Holland. Oh, that explains it. Yeah, here in the States, I'm in New Jersey, which is on the eastern coast. They are pushing hard. My governor is pushing hard for everyone to get tested, for everyone to get boosted, all of that. Probably going to need to move to the States for my job at some point, though. Well, if you do, New Jersey is a beautiful state. We're kind of pricey, but we're worth it. I might be just a little biased, though, so just as an FYI. I'm a little biased. I love my state. We're quirky. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 3. And then 1. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 1. And then 1, 2. Okay, so I did that right. Okay. 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1. Oh, you're a voice actress? Nice! That's cool. Very, very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Skip one. And then the rest all the way up. Okay, so all of this we know is going to be white. Notorious says, I feel that love of home state. I feel the same way about Wisconsin. We think wearing blocks of cheese on our heads is a fashion statement. Oh, it is. In college, as I realized I don't have orange wool. That wasn't smart. Just starting out, got my first roll a week or so ago. Nice! Can we get some hype in chat for Ruby? Because that is really flippin' cool. Like, full stop. We're cheering that stuff on right now. Go you! But yeah, going back to the, that's it. That's what I want to see. Get that hype in there. We support people here. See, we support people so much, we're just throwing carpet. We're just tossing carpet everywhere. Whee! Very nice, very nice. But that's really cool, though. That's cool. I mean, if you end up moving, you'll probably end up in LA, but... LA's nice. I've never actually really been. Carpet Fetty. Yes, Carpet Fetty. Let's see. 1, 2. And then 1, 2. Laserte says saying things never change in here. That's right. That's right. Yes. Hey, Ghost! Welcome in, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate that so much. I saw that yesterday. Alright, we need a yellow over here. And I think we're in the clear. We are. I can pelt this thing with white carpet to my heart's content. So we're gonna do just that as soon as I figure out how much white carpet I have on me, which is next to none, because you planned accordingly, NJ. Good job! Ruby says, don't worry, I'll buy you coffee wherever I end up. I will take you up on that. That's very sweet. We're gonna just leave that there for now. Let's go fill in what we have. And that's not what I wanted to do. Carpet! 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 Not... What is this nonsense with you, NJ? Come on. Come on, you got this. Notorious says, it's NJ's favorite things! That's right. That's very right. And you get a carpet, and you get a carpet. Also correct. And I'm going to be very expedient because I don't want that stuff to despawn. That would really stink, and I wouldn't like it. I mean, even the music's telling me to hustle my butt. Come on now. So yes, in any event, with everything that's been going on, you know, and some people are like, oh, well, have you considered looking for another job or something like that? And yes, I have. And the job market here right now for what I do is kind of trash. So I'm lucky to have what I do. You all know that I've made a commitment to striving to be a full-time content creator. And that desire has not waned one bit. No matter how tough it gets, or how stressed I feel, or whatever, it's still something I very, very much want to do. And I ran out of carpet again. Okay, let's go back. So that is quietly what I'm working on while I'm dealing with the work stress that I'm dealing with. I'm just trying to make my way through, so to speak. I'm really just trying to survive at this point, and I think we all are. And now wait. Whoops. That was not my smartest moment right there. I was looking at 2 chunks and set it up like it was 1. Ruby says I have 34 followers, but my path to affiliate says I only have 26. You've been streaming for a while now, right, Ruby? I assume you've been streaming for a little while? If you look, you'll see that it only covers the last 30 days. So, you're probably still slowly building up your numbers. You started on the... Wait, you started on the 1st? And it says you only have 26? Oh, you know what it is? It might take a little bit for... it might be... Yeah, if you started on January 1st, right? And you streamed today... It's gonna take a little bit for the algorithm to catch up to those that you to those who followed you today, because it only goes by the last 30 days. You've streamed every day since the 1st. Try refreshing first. Try refreshing and seeing if that does anything. And then I would check back tomorrow. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. That does happen. That's not what I wanted. Okay. White, yellow here, yellow here, yellow here, and then orange here and here. And here, right? Yeah, that's it. I'll check tomorrow because I've refreshed about 50 times. Yeah, sometimes it's weird. I wouldn't stress about it. I wouldn't stress about it. When you hit affiliate, you'll get an email about it. Like when you reach the ability to apply for it, if you decide to apply for it. You'll get an email once you hit all the parameters for it. And I wouldn't worry about it. It took me 30 days or 29 days to make affiliate. So you're well on your way. You're well on your way. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. And that goes for anyone who's trying to be affiliated. If that's what you want to do. Go for it. Go for it and just put your heart out there if you want. And do the things that you love to do on stream. Like for me, when I am having a bad day, this is what I want to do. And to be honest, I wasn't sure if I wanted to stream because I was so stressed. And just feeling like absolute, I felt like a garbage pail. Not gonna lie, I felt like a garbage pail. And it was just like, but I always feel better when I do. I always do. And I think there's a spot, yeah, there's a spot here I can put my ender chest down. Because I need garbage pail kids. Yeah, pretty much. I felt like an absolute garbage pail. I felt like absolute garbage. But I'm okay now. Streaming always makes me feel better. Always. Every time. Without fail. So many of you wonderful people just kind of come in and, you come in and you keep me company and we hang out and we get to do fun things. And, right now, Robin 569V, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. As I lose direction of where I'm going, I need to fill this chunk in so I can start the next one. So let us do that with more white carpet. And we bully Cam. Good times, good times. I leave a lot of the bullying to Cleo. But Cam gets me sometimes too. He'll come in my Sagrada streams and he's got that weird emote combination that's just like, you weirdo. I love it. It's weird. Thanks, I hate it, kind of love it, But yeah, I love the fact that I've been getting to know Cam a little bit better. He's cool. He's very cool. Alright, here we go. Next 2 chunks. We're just racing. We're an hour and a half in, and we managed to get 10 chunks. Oh yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. Because he's cheeky. At this point, I'm pretty much racing to get this first map done. So... okay. And I need to dump the cobblestone I have on me. And I know that this is going to take a lot of white carpet. So let's see. Do I have an empty... I do. Okay. And I'm going to put this ingot in there because I don't need it. I don't need the iron just yet. You're just happy to have something to watch at nearly 5 a.m.? Wait, that's right, it's nearly 5 a.m. for you, and you're here hanging out with me. I feel very honored, because that is ridiculously late or early, depending on your preference. Oh goodness. Okay, time for a new snip. We're gonna snip. We're time for another section. So we're gonna click new, and I'm gonna take the next 2 chunks. And there we go. And now I have the next 2 chunks to work on. Okay, so we're up here now. And it looks like the bottom 6 and the top 4 rows are white. So we're going to lay out 4 here. And then we're going to lay out 6 this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is how it is across both chunks. So we're just going to go ahead and fill all the white space in. Hi, Lee! Thank you for the 12 months in a row. Oh my gosh. 12 months. Yay! Thank you, sweetheart. How are you? How's everything? Not in a row. You know what? I'm counting it in a row. So, I'm going to be silly. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're talking about Cam and how he teases Cleo. Alright, there we go. You're just swinging through? Well, I am super glad to see you. I'm working on a map for Kep on Impulse's server because they've been asking me for it for a while, and it's 12 total maps. And I'm trying to finish this in a stair-step map before the end of the season. I already know my base is screwed. It's not going to get done because I'm doing this instead, but I'm okay with it because I'm in my happy place. I consider this to be my happy place now. Like, this is all I want to do. So I'm okay with it. Yeah, it's a 2x6 map. And Kep commissioned me to do it. And for every chunk I get done, it's, I think, a diamond block or something like that. So I've done nearly 64. No, I think it's a diamond per chunk. Oh wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now, this is mostly yellow. So it's not too bad. And now all I have to do is just the design work in this section and then go from there. So now that this is all filled in, it's gonna confuse me for a second, but I think I'll be okay. So I might get quiet for a minute while I focus, but I'm still here. Okay, so that's 1. Alright, so then we come 2 over, and then another yellow. And that's going to start this one. What's the difference on the map between the white carpet and the iron pressure plate? Texture. I think it's for texture. Because if it was all white carpet, it would be very flat. So there's a little bit of stuff. So there's a little bit of, I guess, balance. Okay, so that goes like that. And then 3 more across this way. 2 more this way. Yellow. Oh, wait, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. Hold on. This is all wrong. Dang it. Hold on. Hold on. This is wrong. I started this wrong. You get quiet. Am I really at an edge? Oh, you think you're funny. We got a comedian in here, I see. I would assume being able to see some of the grass block texture below the pressure plate would also help. No, because the way that map making works, if you have grass sticking out, it looks funny. It's all about the text. It's all about putting texture and stuff. I love you too, Lacerte. The resident chat dad on Kay's streams. Alright, so hold on. Now that we're in row 5, this is where it's going to start getting squirrely because I miscounted. So we need 1 here. Then we start the stuff that I literally just did. So that was my bad for miscounting. So we're going to fix it. And it's going to be an easy fix. Top time 5 times Cleo has bullied Cam. I can't remember all of them, but the one that has me in absolute stitches every time I think about it is the one where she had, during his subathon recently, where she had him say, like, 5 minutes of nice things about her or something like that. And I rolled. I thought it was hilarious. Because when he got close to the sub goal, I had a little extra money, so I'm like, all right, I'll help this. And he just I could tell he was giving me this look of, oh, no, you didn't. And she, meanwhile, was just crying with laughter because she knew what was going to happen. Like, she knew what she had planned. And I was just like, I couldn't help it. I think Cam's a gem. I really do. And being able to share just have a little share of that experience was just, it was so good. All right, now let's see. I need to come across 2 more this way, 1 this way, then the 2 yellow. This is where I screwed up before because I forgot to take into account this row right here. And I'm cracking up a little bit because every single time I open my mouth and talk, my braces are scratching me. So, owie. They're hurting a little bit. Okay, and then orange, spruce, pressure plate, skip 1 here, orange, spruce. Wait, is that spruce? Hold on, I gotta double check that. Hold on. That is... Oh, these are oak? They look like spruce. Dang it. Not cool. Not cool, eyesight. Not cool. Cam is a cow bear. You're a gem. I'm a cup of coffee. Together, we are something. What that is, none of us knows. But we're something. I'm more like a carafe of coffee. I'm a lot. I'm a lot, and I'm the first to admit it. Okay, what was I doing? So... Dude, this isn't my first rodeo. Don't do that. Bye. I hate when people do that. That's not cool. You share a birthday with Cam? Nice. Okay, so that's there, and then 2 pressure plates. Donated a hug because hugs are needed. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kay says, Laserte, the crazy guy willing to drive down to Disney from the West Coast to the K-Con later this year. I don't know how I feel about going to Florida. I want to go to K-Con because I love her so much, and I haven't seen her. I have not physically seen her since about 2000. Oh, what the heck? Freaking like 2015, 2016 when we first met. It's /ME, Ruby. /ME for that. Where was I? Alright, Okay, we're going. Where's my light gray carpet? Light gray carpet here, right? And then yellow. I need more yellow carpet. Good grief. There you go. You got it. GG. As my dad always said, you learn something new every day. Rose said, I wanted to go to Comic-Con that was going to be in Friesen, but they canceled it because the center had too many restrictions. Having too many restrictions is a good thing. That's what people don't want to understand. PAX Unplugged, when we went, if you're not learning, you're not living. True, very true. When we went to PAX Unplugged, right? They had stricter requirements than our grocery store or anywhere else we could go to in the state. You had to be double vaxxed. That was the first thing. And you had to have proof that you were vaccinated. That was number 1. Number 2, you had to have proof, like legitimate proof, that you were vaccinated before you could even think of setting foot in the convention center. Then, you had to show that proof when you walked in so that you could get this black and white cloth, waterproof cloth bracelet that you had to wear at all times when you were at the convention. If you were caught without it, you were thrown out. Like, you couldn't even get inside without it. That's how serious they were. I'm not kidding. They did take cautions very seriously. Vampire says, my local con in Pittsburgh had everyone masked and either fully vaxxed or an extremely recent negative test. That's how PAX West was, actually. And too many people opted out of going to PAX West because they didn't think the restrictions were strict enough. Hi, Superstone. That sounds like a whole other world from my experience. At a con you went to, or just in general? Okay, so we're good there. It's looking like we got all of the players except a couple of pieces of yellow carpet at random. Okay, we're good here. We're good here. Never been to any cons, just in general. Yeah, the thing was with going to Comic-Con, everyone was... Honestly, they were super chill. They were extremely chill about making sure that you had a mask, and they had mask stewards that would literally come to you and give you, they would give you a mask if you didn't have one. Like, straight up, they would give you a mask if you didn't have one. They made sure you were covered. Like, literally and figuratively, they made sure you were covered so that you had what you needed to stay safe. They didn't mess around at all. At all. Because they couldn't. They couldn't risk anybody getting sick. And even at the bar, you knew who was at PAX and who wasn't, because there was another event going on. at the hotel we stayed in, and nobody at the event was masked. They didn't care. The rest of us were like, yeah, no, we're not with you people. We're keeping the masks on. We're not playing that game. Ruby says, where I live, you are required to wear a mask indoors, but at school, when walking through the halls, maskless Corona Fest. You always keep it on. Well, good for you for keeping it on. Like, where I work, I'm allowed to take it off at my desk and have it off all day if I want. I choose not to do that. Because that puts me at risk. My coworkers sit all day without their mask on. Some of them do. I don't. I only take it off when I have my lunch. Or I'm sipping my coffee. That's it. I refuse to take it off otherwise. And I'm the only one who has kept it on pretty religiously the entire time. I have one coworker who doesn't want to wear it at all. Who didn't even want to get vaccinated because he doesn't think it's a big deal. But was forced to get it by my job. My job forced him to get it. And he was miserable the entire time. And it's like, well, do you want to stay safe so you can retire? Or do you want to be the way that you are? You get to choose. Oh, look at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, we're in luck, everybody. The next half of this is all white carpet. So we're just going to tear down all the walls and go to town. So we will get this done tonight, because it's already almost 11, and we managed to get all this done. So kudos to us, and kudos to all of you for keeping me company. Laserte says, the only con I've ever been to was the very first Minecon in August 2010. I've been to Gen Con, I've been to Gen Con, I've been to Origins, yeah, I've been to Gen Con, I've been to Origins, I've been to PAX Unplugged. I've been to my fraternity's national convention, and I've been to local conferences for my fraternity at the section and region level. That's it. So, Ruby says, y'all are going to make me jealous. Going to a con is something I've always wanted. Words. I have them in there somewhere. Ow. I have a feeling you will see a con. You'll see a con someday. SAI. No. The con is not... My fraternity is not SAI. It's APO. Vampire says, the only thing bad about mine was that they didn't announce until a few days before that littles 2 and under weren't allowed to go because they won't be masked. Not like that many toddlers go to the con, but the ones that did go... Parents had to scramble for a weekend sitter or not go. And Randon says, they close the schools here for the next 2 weeks, so I'll be teaching from home. Everyone has to wear masks in the school. Well, I'm glad that people have to wear masks, because this is legitimately no joke. It's legitimately no joke. Alright, let's make as much white wool carpet as we can, because we need 4 chunks worth. So we're just going to keep going till we run out. Yeah, definitely take Songbird's advice on this one, Ruby. Go look for smaller cons. There's one that Joe goes to every year that he's been itching for Manatee and I to go to. He really wanted us to go to the one in October called Tennessee Game Days. And they have their spring event in March. And he's really hoping that Manatee and I will go. And we're like, you live in Tennessee. Tennessee's not the safest state right now. So hopefully by March, things will be a little bit better. Although, given my current work situation, just like what I'm experiencing here in Jersey, I don't have high hopes. But I'm really hoping, because I've wanted to see Nashville and Knoxville and Memphis. I have friends in Memphis too. But I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, the one with the board games. That's the one I went to is PAX Unplugged. That's one of the board game ones. But the one that Joe goes to is also a board game convention. Sea Turtle says, I wanted to go to Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City. Folks in Missouri are yikes, though. Yeah, I've heard about Missouri, and our national office is in Kansas City. And I wanted to go to our national office, and I'm like, it's in Kansas City now. It's not in Independence anymore, so no. Notorious says, Wisconsin is going through a spike right now, and it scares me quite a bit. Well, my governor is practically tearing his hair out because so many people right now in my state, the ones that are trying are really trying their best to stay safe, and the rest are just like, well, I don't give a damn. And I can't tell you how frustrating that is. Or to have the, well, you're vaccinated, so it's not going to be bad if you get it. And I was supposed to go to an event on Saturday. Oh, you're in Independence. Okay. Very few masks. That doesn't surprise me. I'll be honest. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. But in any event, I was supposed to go to an event with Manatee on Saturday. Our friend is moving out of state, and we were going to go wish him well. But now with this COVID scare, I'm like, no, I can't. I can't because 2 of my coworkers are out sick, and I was near one of them yesterday. So chances are, dang it, I did not want more cobble. Round and around and around we go. Songbird says that most small cons can be harder to find, but sometimes you can find them on hobby sites and newsletters. Which is true. That's true. For example, there's a small board game con in my area that I would never have known about except seeing a flyer. Did I get tested yet? Rose asks. There is a shortage of home tests right now. You can't find them anywhere. But a couple of weeks ago, after I got back from PAX, my friend took me grocery shopping, and they had them at the store, so I bought a couple. Not thinking I would need them anytime soon. So I took one, just to be on the safe side, and it came back negative. But I will probably test again on Thursday or Friday. I was with my coworker yesterday. So I'm assuming that it takes about 4 or 5 days. So I assume Friday I'll be testing. Oh, this person, I didn't even know that this person was back in New Jersey. I thought he was in California still. So it's not a big deal. We see him at conventions and stuff, and he's not moving that far away. Yeah, Elvin, they're sold out all over. Sammy can't get them either, and she's in California. Ruby, you do whatever you need to do. Take care of yourself. And I hope that you have a really awesome day. Thank you for stopping in. And I'm going to give you a quick shout because you're pretty cool. And anyone who is teasy with Cam is alright by me. So go give Ruby a follow. Let's help Ruby get to affiliate status, eh? Let's go. She's close to 50 followers. She's been streaming for a couple of days now. Let's take good care of her, eh? Let's take good care of her. That's what we do here. We support each other here. You're welcome, Ruby. Have a good night. I'll catch you next time. Okie dokie. You ordered some from Amazon scheduled for delivery after the 16th. Good. Good, good, good. Ours aren't... My boss ordered a bunch... because he's probably going to make us test on Friday. Because I'll be in Thursday, Friday. He'll probably have me test Friday if they come in. My coworkers have to quarantine, so they'll be back next week, and he's going to make them get tested before that if possible. Rose says, I know there is a chance for a false positive with the home test. My favorite author's daughter had it. Oh. Well, like I said, I'm doing everything I can. I'm sanitizing my work area, and I wash my hands, and when I got home today, even though I was only in my clothes for a couple of hours, I basically changed out of everything and washed everything that had been exposed except my hair. When I go back to work on Thursday, what I'm probably going to do is dress warmly, but also put a bandana over my head to cover my hair as an extra precaution. That's what I did early on. That's what I actually did early on, after we came back when I came back to work the first time in August of 2020. Rose says, I had a COVID scare. Test center showed it was negative. Good. Good. That's a relief. I'm glad. I'm very glad. Okay. We are almost done with this map, which is a relief. So now we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now 8. So now we're on this last chunk. So now I'm going to snip this last row. The first 2 chunks of this last row. Okay, very good. Thank you, Lacerte. It took me a split second to realize what you were saying. I was like, wait, what? I did what? No, but that's cool. Oh, I'm glad. Yes, please. You know how I am about supporting fellow streamers, because so many people have been so good to me that the least, what we can do here is support them as well. The streaming community has so much potential to be just good and kind to one another, and I really want to. If you've been here a while, you know that that's something I want to foster, very much so. I mean, we have Lacerte. Lacerte is also a new streamer. I gave a shout out to Kajiro before, because Kajiro is a streamer and a really good one at that. So is Lacerte. Everybody has the potential to be amazing. And, as you're just starting out and stuff, and just support each other, man. Just support each other. Who do we have here, besides Ruby, who stepped away for the night, and Lacerte? Who else here is a streamer that I know? Who else here is a streamer? If you're lurking and you're listening to this, do not come out of lurk, because you don't need to. Okay? This isn't a, hey lurkers, come on out now. No. You want to sit back and you want to chill? You're going to sit back and chill. Okay? That's what NJ says. Sit back and chill. You're here to hang out. But if you're here and you're around and you want to say, hey, I'm a streamer, speak up. I got you. Alright, now, I need to dump some of this cargo so that I can focus on these next 2 chunks. And we're gonna finish this. Cleo messing with or scaring Joe moments. Just the witty banter they have back and forth amuses me to no end. It absolutely amuses me to no end. But I think when she scared him with the silverfish heads, nothing on this planet will ever top the scream that he gave. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's true. The breaking of the legs. Yep. But that last scene in their episodes, their Hermitcraft 8 episodes, where they were saying goodbye to one another, I felt my heart break in a million pieces, and I just went, this is so well done. Like, seriously, my heart broke. I was just like, why are you doing this to us? Oh, I think I almost threw my, I think I almost threw my laptop clean across the screen when they did that. Or my mouse, because I might have been at work at the time. I don't remember. I just remember scolding him for scaring me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this chunk is accounted for. Now to do the other one. So we're going to come over here. And we go 1, 2, and then a yellow. Then yellow. 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 And then... let's see. Orange, orange, pressure plate, orange. And then where the heck are my pressure plates? Pressure plate. Pressure plate. I did that wrong. That's fine. Hold on. So this pressure plate, this pressure plate, that I did that correctly. So there. Oh, there's a pressure plate here. Then the orange. Joe has the best laugh. It's adorable. His laugh is adorable. Okay, now I think I got it. Yep, I got it. Alright, so now all of this is white. So onward with the white carpet goodness. Yeah, hearing him laugh and seeing him smile, honestly. Alright, Songbird, I will catch you later. Songbird, I really want to get a game of Sagrada on here soon. So whenever you are free, or the group is free, I would love to do that. But have a good night. Okay. Hey, First Class. How's it going? Haven't seen you in a bit. I hope you're doing okay. I'm just making a map. Just doing my thing. Using up all the white carpet on the server, as I am wont to do. Those poor sheep, man. Those poor sheep are just getting sheared and sheared and sheared. Oh, with Joe taking the Skulls of Word? Oh my gosh, yeah, I was so glad he did that, not gonna lie. I really wanted him to get that from Iskall so badly. Going well, how am I? You've been busy with the holidays. You can actually breathe. Well, that's good. Breathing is good. I recommend it. It's part of life, after all. I'm doing okay. I'm working from home tomorrow, apparently, because we had a COVID scare at work. 2 of my coworkers are out. Down and out with COVID. And... my boss is having the office, he's personally deep cleaning the office tomorrow so that it'll be safer for us to come in after we're cleared from quarantine. My quarantine ends Wednesday night. I go back into the shop on Thursday, and I'm the only one who does because I'm the only one who got their booster shot so far. Yay! So that's a whole thing. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to try to stay less stressed because I was super stressed and angry today. And we're just chilling right now. We're just making this map. We're getting it done. We're getting it done. We're doing things. we're doing stuff and things. And since I'll be working from home and we don't have the assignment we're supposed to get at some point, I'll be working on this in my downtime whenever Manatee doesn't have a meeting or whatever. So it's fine. Okay, so that's now... done. So we can pick this up. And we'll make that into white carpet. Alright, next up. Next 2 chunks. The hard part for me is going to be cleaning all this up. Oh, he did it. He always has a challenge every season that he tries to accomplish. And this season for him was not flying. Last season, it was not using diamond armor. And he's said that doing something that makes it more challenging actually makes the game harder and more enjoyable for him. And I think that's really cool. Or diamonds for shopping. Yeah, pretty much. So I really applaud him for, trying to think outside the box in terms of how he could make the game more challenging for himself. Like, I really commend him on that. I found it very inspiring. Let me see if I can scoop up some of this nonsense. Yeah, I learned very quickly, and I'm shocked by how quickly I learned. Can I get all this cobble picked up? Okay. Yeah, I think I did. Alright, so we'll throw it in this chest. Okay. Yeah, he did have some pro saves, not gonna lie. He had some really good saves. Oh, okay, I'm just stretching my shoulders. I felt a little something in my shoulder, so I'm just stretching. Everybody stretch for me, please. Oh, just listen to those shoulders crack. I'm gonna take a sip of my seltzer, too, because it's like 2 hours. Okay. Let's rock and roll. Alright, there we go. Good. Okay. Okay. Let's grab the next 2 chunks. Okay. Next 2 chunks are these. And these are going to be the most complicated of the 8 chunks we're working with right now. Okay, so we're going to snip these 2. And just for the heck of it... Okay, looks like the rest of the row is white. So after we get through this, we'll be in good shape. We'll be in really good shape. Okay, next up. But in any event, yeah, so... Rose says, I watched a couple of videos on it, mainly the color guide to see what makes color. Yeah, so Ruby and Koisty Fishy taught me, not Ruby, Drowsy Lapras and Koisty Fishy, especially Koisty, taught me how to use the map making tools for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so what I need to do first is I need to mark out the bottom 7 rows. And this is all white. So now I'm just going to fill this in. Now I'm trying to hurry because I really want to finish this first of 12. I might be able to finish the next one. So, as I said before, I am really trying hard to keep building everything up because y'all know I need to get out of my job. I love my coworkers, and I don't think my boss is a bad dude at all. I think he just comes from a different way of doing things. And it's not necessarily a bad way, but it's incompatible with, how we feel. And I will not allow any crap talking about my boss or my job unless it's from me. And even still, it's just the circumstances, not necessarily what I do. Laying waste to that LMB, that's right. But in any event, I'm really hoping to eventually, make my mark and do this full time because it's what I really want to do. I see other people doing it and they're so much healthier, they're so much happier, and ultimately I want to be healthier and happier, and I want to be in a space where I know that my mental health is preserved. And I find such great joy from doing this. Like, it has helped me so much over the last, 2.5 years. It's really helped. It's bolstered my confidence. It's given me a new way to do things that I haven't been able to do for a while. Like fundraising and stuff like that. Which, by the way, if you haven't done so already, save the date. February 5th. I'll be fundraising for the American Cancer Society. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you got that set. Make sure you got it down. I want to see you there. It's a Saturday. Be there, be square. But it's just done so much for me. And I honestly don't know, where I would be and how my life would be different if I wasn't streaming. And I know, I sometimes I tease about Joe and stuff, but honestly, he ended up by encouraging me to be a streamer. He ended up putting me in such a better place. Just seriously. And he knows this. I tell this all the time. What are they talking about? Dino cookies? I'm gonna hop in on this. Let's see. Okay, where am I? Alright, so that is done. So then we're gonna skip one. And there's an orange here. Orange here. And then we'll put one here. And then two here. Nobody's seen me on the server in months. Because I've been here the entire time. I very rarely leave this area except to go get supplies. Very rarely leave the area. It's kind of hilarious at this point. That is an oak slab. So let me put an oak slab here. Pressure plate under here. Pressure plate here. Orange carpet here. He does tell the truth. He does. Aw, thank you. I was a radio disc jockey for a few years in college. I got to compete against DJs in the New York market, which was, although it wasn't really competition because college radio doesn't necessarily compete with them, but it was nice to think that we did. And, the radio stations won a bunch of awards and stuff, and I'm really proud of my time there. I mean, I didn't really, do much. I didn't work for a terrestrial or a Sirius or anything like that. Some of my some of my radio station mates did and currently do. Yeah, I mean, we're everywhere. We're on TV. We're in radio all across the country. We are everywhere. Because the school I went to for the radio station, it has a very rich pedigree. So when you come from that school for that reason, you're going to have weight behind you. And so a lot of my classmates were able to get really good high-profile jobs and be able to make their mark in the world, which is amazing to see. I'll be perfectly honest. Alright, so these 2 chunks are done. Yeah, this is coming along really well. This is coming out well. And then these 4 chunks are all white. So what I'm gonna have to do is break all the cobble here, empty my inventory, completely fill it. Oh, somebody asked me for my profession earlier. I'm a proofreader. And is it okay to ask what my major was? No, it's fine. I majored in English and minored in sociology with a concentration in communications, primarily acting. Acting and public speaking. And it was a great way to work on combating my burgeoning anxiety that had shown itself in high school, but didn't get really bad until college and then after college. But I wasn't diagnosed as someone with it until last year. Yeah. So a lot of what I do is quality control and quality assurance. So whether it's something that we print in-house or something that a client gives us, it's my responsibility to make sure that it makes sense, that things are spelled right, that things are done right, and that it goes to the client the way that they intended it to. And that it is perfect every single time. And that is what I have achieved every single time. I strive for perfection, and nothing less is acceptable. But that's what I do for my day job. And then every so often, like once a week or so, I work with Joe as his project manager to keep him organized, to keep him on point, and to help him accomplish the goals that he sets out for himself every year. Which reminds me, that's something we actually have to do this week. We should probably work on that this week. Let's grab this entire box of white wool and just dump all this non-white carpet out of my hands. Like right now. Let's get that all out of here. We will make all the white carpet. And we're gonna see how long this will last me. Okay. We'll start with the 2. You've watched those streams. Yeah, it's definitely interesting for sure. I love working with him. I love helping, I love watching his brain work. Like, I love watching his mind in action. I really do. And just seeing how he processes things. And he'll never frustrate me. Okay, sometimes we frustrate each other, but it's fine. But just seeing, like, his thought process and everything is really fascinating to me. And I'm basically there just to be his voice of reason of if something's a good idea or not. So now we're just gonna fill this in as we go. We're just gonna fill this in with white carpet, and those shulker boxes are for the other map I have to do. So that is gonna be moved. That's going to be moved. I wouldn't even call it frustration. I mean, if anything, he's prepping me for a different career path. if I decided to go into project management or organizational leadership or something like that, which you have to have specific, you have to have a very specific background for that I don't have. But I'm sure there are things I can do. But yeah, right now, for the content creation, I can't afford to do it full time. I can't afford to do it full time because I still have bills and all this other stuff. I still have debt I need to take care of. And if I could get it to a point where, we saved on bills, like if we paid off enough bills where it equaled what I made in a month, then we'd be fine. We'd be fine and I'd be able to do it. But until then, nope. I have to just take it one day at a time and get through all the debt that I've accumulated and work on that. And one of my goals for this year is to basically pay off as much of it as possible so I can get one step closer. That's all I want to do, is just get one step closer. And I think I'm going to get there. I'll get there eventually. I'm not going to stress about it right now. But it's given me a long-term goal I can work towards. Honestly, school debt isn't the majority of my debt. School debt is not the majority of my debt. Stupidity at 18 is the majority of my debt. I am still paying off school loans, though. I've got 3 years left on my school loans. And I'm in my 40s. So, what does that tell you? Excuse me. That was a hiccup from dinner. Yeah, I'm really hoping to have a good chunk of my bills paid off by the end of this year. Like, really seriously, like, not only spend money when I go to a convention or a conference or something, not really go too crazy or too... what's a word that's not that? Because that's not the right word to use. Being a little bit more thrifty and frugal and stuff like that, just kind of like really keeping an eye on things is one of my long-term goals, and just setting myself up for, yes, extravagant. Thank you, Greyheart. Thank you. Just because I have an English degree doesn't mean I can't think of the words all the time. Streamer brain is a thing. And y'all come to my rescue. But yeah, so I don't want to be super extravagant. This past year when we went to PAX, and for Christmas, I was extravagant because we hadn't done anything like that in a long time. So it felt really good to be able to do that. But yeah, no. We have a lot of different things that we want to do, and we were hoping to, or at least I was hoping to do more travel this year. Like going to Tennessee Game Days to visit with Joe, and Kay's Florida event, if it was safe for us to go to Florida. I really want to go to Colorado and visit my friend, if it was safe enough for us to do so. Because if she doesn't think it's safe, then I'm not going to go see her. But I haven't seen her since before the pandemic, so I really want to see her. Visiting my sister, even though that's just a drive, she's not seeing anybody right now, so I would love to be able to see her if it was safe. Getting our bathroom fixed, paying off my braces. That's the kind of stuff I'm kind of dealing with right now. Like my credit card debt and all that other stuff, like this, the stuff you do when you're uneducated about finances at 18. That's mostly under control, but, like, we need to get our bathroom fixed, and I need to finish paying off my braces. I got 2 years on these bad boys, and they're doing the work. Trust me, they're doing a lot of work, but I just want to make sure that I'm taken care of, and that we're in a place where if I wanted to quit my job tomorrow, I could. I would love that. If I could quit my job tomorrow. But I can't. So I'm being patient. And I'm going to wait one day at a time. One day at a time. I'm going to wait. And now I'm going to move these boxes off this map so I can close this map out. And for now, I'm going to put them here. Because these are going to come with me at some point. Alright. I will come back for these eventually. They're not in anyone's way, so nobody's going to touch them. Okay, so all these shulker boxes are for that other map. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab all of these. Well, hold on. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not. We're going to officially close this map out. In about 2.5 hours, we closed out this map. We did basically four rows of chunks. So go us. Hooray, we did it. 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 Look at that. Look at how cool this map is. Ah, we did it. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to come over here. I'm going to empty out my hands. Except for my rockets, because I have to get back. You were internally screaming the hole in the map? I would have noticed. Okay, this is a... oh, wait. No, I need to drop this off. Hold on. I need to drop this off. There's one more that's over here. Breakfast. Werfels earn pern cakes. Yep. Alright, everybody, stretch. You saw the command. Let's go. Arms over your head if you can do it. Feel your spine. Oh, gentle though, gentle. Oh, just feel all that blood. Feel it rushing. Alright, this map is done. Let us collect our belongings. And we'll shove them in a relatively empty box. Let's see. All these boxes right here. Good grief. Yeah, this is all the stuff I haven't used yet. So, Good night, Notorious. Thanks for stopping in. We're gonna just drop off some of this stuff in here. And... okay, and we'll put in as many of these boxes as we can into the ender chest. Let's see, these I think are all full. We'll dump the bed in there. Why not? Alright, Alice, good night. Good to see you. Night, hold on. Night. Sleep. Well. There we go. I should be able to carry all this now. Yep, I should just be able to carry... oh, no. I can't carry everything. Let's put you in there. So I can pick you up. Okay, I can take you. And I can put you, and you in it. I need one more spot. Hold on. Come on. Oh dear. Okay, hold on. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way. Hold on. 22, 22, 22. 9! There we go. You are mostly empty. You can hold everything. That was not smart, NJ. Come on. You gotta break them first. Okay, good. I have enough room. Okay. The ender chest is full. Would I ever try that create mod? I'm not really a super fan of create mod. I would find it too complicated for my skill level, so I'm like, maybe not. Okay, on to the next. So, now what we have to do, as we look at the last map I did, over there, it should take two, maybe 3 maps, 3 rockets at this point. Create is definitely geared towards redstoners and farm designers. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So what we have to do, now that we finished the first map, is we have to head back over to the board, because it's split into 4 quadrants. And so this is our quadrant. And we have to look for a space that isn't full. And it looks like this entire area is full. So this is not gonna work. We're done. We took these 2 spaces here. Oh wait, no, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There are 2 spots unclaimed on this area. There's one directly above and to the left of my second map. And then the one next to it. So I think I can take this one. 833, 577. So let's remember that. Minus 833, minus 577. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Greyheart. Okay, so we're going to put this sign here that says NJ Coffee Junkie minus 833 minus 577. Boom. Done. Okay. Off we go. Alright, so now we go back. Minus 833 minus 577. So this is going to take a while. That's why I'm flying pretty high up. I'm just going to coast at this point. Minus 833 minus 577. I'm just coasting. Because it's behind my map to the left. And there's a map right next to it. So I might have to hop for 300 blocks, but it's fine. I'm not using 4 rockets to get there. Okay, let's see if I use the right key. $833 is what we're looking for. Okay, here's 833. Looks like somebody built here already. Looks like somebody did a map here already. Somebody built a map here and didn't claim it. Okay. Not a problem. Not a big deal. We're gonna claim the one next to it. So, I'm annoyed, but it's fine. We're gonna lay down all the shulker boxes. And this right here is the last piece of our map. So, the ender chest, when I find it, is gonna go there. And I will fix the map sign. Hey, dude. Good to see you. It's been a while. Vampire says, I was off tab and I just came back, saw the map, and first thing I think of is the old interweb song, Do You Like Waffles? Yeah, we like waffles. I lost my biscuits, not gonna lie. Because in the 2010s, like the late aughts, early 2010s, the students that I was mentoring at the time, in the fraternity, they had this, joke that they would play on the pledges. They were never mean or anything, so don't ever think that, but they would trick them so that they themselves would lose points and the pledges would win the game that they were playing. And it was, can you name the toast song? And so what they would do is they would sing the internet toast song that everyone knows. Or like, no, not everyone, but a whole bunch of people know. And it's freaking hilarious to see the look on the students' faces when they, you know, when they go through and they're like, oh, well, we got this right. And the brothers just completely blow it on purpose just to razz them a little bit and be silly. And it's the most hilarious thing. I love it every time they do that. Okay. Alright, we're gonna take all the cobble that we can find because we're gonna need it to lay out everything. Also, clearing this all out helps. Alright, we'll take these 3 things of cobble. That's... Okay, we have 1 complete empty shulker box. That's good. That's good. We can put that somewhere else. Alright, we're gonna put our ender chest here as our marker. Because this is not... Somebody write down 961, 577, please. 961, 577. Because now I have to spend 8 rockets to go back and fix the sign. So I'm just gonna fly. I don't care if I splat. It's fine. Cause I'm gonna well, no, cause I'll end up spawning back at spawn and that's gonna stink. But spawn's not that bad. It's not that bad. So we're just coasting at this point. As I'm dancing in my chair, because this song is a bop. This song is just like, I'm listening to it right now and it's just, you feel the lumbering beat. Like you feel it, like I'm listening to this, and it's just, you could take on the world with a song like this. Like, just like, yeah, come at me, bro. Like, that's all I picture right now, is come at me. Alright, hold on. Alright, we need to be over here. And I need to go fix my pickaxe, too. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. Yeah, we haven't seen you in quite a while, Dune. It's good to see you. What have you been up to? Right now, I am working on a map for Kep. It's a 12-map extravaganza, and I claimed this spot up here, but apparently somebody else is using it, or used it and made a map. So I'm gonna fix it so that I take my name off of it and I take the next one over instead. So my pick's gonna break if I'm not careful, though, so I have to be really careful. So we're gonna put this sign back. And it's gonna say minus 833 minus 577. So there's that. And we're gonna take this one. Okay, we're gonna take this one. And we're gonna put this in its place. NJ Coffee Junkie minus 961 minus 577. Dune says, sold a house, bought a house, moved. Oh, that's right. You were in the process of moving last time we saw each other online. How's the new house treating you and everything? Everything's good? You doing all right? I'm just gonna basically climb up to over 100 and then coast the rest of the way. I think that'll be fine. So we're gonna go on a little adventure here. It's fine. I don't have a new map, though. I have to go get a new map. I might have one in my under chest, but I don't know off the top of my head. I could swear I had extra. Oh, somebody did Cap Shield. No wonder. Okay. Well, I claimed this one. And my claim goes to here. And now this is where the... Yeah, because you can see this is the last piece. So you put a cornerstone here and just start laying it out. The new house is great, so happy to be settled in. Good! I'm glad. I'm just doing what I normally do and starting to mark out the second of the 12 maps. Thank you, Dune. I appreciate that. Yeah, marking out the next of the 12 maps. I'm hoping to get some of it done tomorrow when I'm home, because I'm working from home tomorrow. I can only do this when I'm home. So having it to do tomorrow will be good. It'll be a nice calming thing. Depending on how I feel and how everything's going, I might want to stream tomorrow, because I've been itching to play Unpacking. I haven't played that yet. Also, Manatee and I are setting some... we're going to try and get our hands on a second dock, a Switch dock, so that I can start streaming Breath of the Wild as a somewhat blind playthrough. Because I am itching to finally play that. Like, itching to play it. And I've been waiting to play it on stream, because I started trying to play it by myself, but I'm an absolute derp canoe. and I got really frustrated with just trying to do the first task. So I'm like, okay, I think I would want to play this on stream with a little bit of backseating, but not too much. Like, I don't want spoilers, because I've seen some playthroughs already, so I kind of know what some stuff is. But I have purposefully not played in a while just so that I would forget. So I hope that you will all join me and help me defeat Calamity Ganon. That would be great. But yeah, that's a thing. And also, as mentioned before, friendly reminder, my first episode from the Shamblecraft Season 2, Shamblecraft SMP Season 2 is coming out tomorrow to the public at 3 o'clock. No, 2 o'clock. I'm setting it back an hour early. I keep saying 3. Just watch out for backseating. Pearl had to deal with that a lot. Yeah, I have rules about it, so I'm not too worried. Calamity Ganon, or as his friends call him, Cal. Yep, pretty much. So, I'm hoping to do that. But yeah, so there's some exciting stuff coming down the pipe. I was thinking about relaxing Among Us for a little bit, for a couple of weeks, but everybody seems to really enjoy playing, so I'm not going to stop that, but I might add some things, like add to the streaming schedule every once in a while. Like have a bonus stream now and again. Especially if, you know, I need a little bit of a stress reliever. Alright, let's keep going with the cobblestone. I have to see the corner spot, and that's when I know that I have to stop, is the corner spot. Yeah, here's the corner. I'm kind of like plunking to the music right now. Or at least trying to. Now I'm just trying to go faster. I should probably take some time tomorrow and go take care of my pick and drop off some stuff for Panda, like I wanted to. It should take me pretty much the entire cobblestone pile that I have here to finish laying this all out. Yeah, because see, here we go. Here's the end of it. Alright, so now the fun part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So technically, since you start from here, you always count to 16, right? So 1, 2, because this counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So every chunk that you do, it's going to end at 16. And so your 17th, that's going to be the start of the next chunk. So you don't want to have your border here. You need it here. And so you just take it all the way up, just like this. And I knew that was going to happen eventually. See, this is me trying to be slick. Trying to be slick and failing. But yeah, setting up a grid, right, it's so easy. And you can use basically any block that for you is going to be a visual cue. It could be slabs, it could be whatever. I had a ton of cobble from digging out underneath my starter home, because on this server you can go down to bedrock in your starter home, so that's what I did. And I ended up with so much cobble that I'm just like, okay, well, I'm basically going to use it to just break stuff. So now I can go here and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And from there, basically go all the way across. And so you kind of just lather, rinse, repeat at this point. Wait, hold on. Am I doing this right side up or upside down? Hold on. Did I screw this up somehow? I don't think I did. Hold on. I should probably grab a new map. I probably should do that. I should probably grab a new map and lock it in place. Or, you know, like land lock it, as the case may be, so that I don't get confused. Because I will lose perspective if I'm not careful. So what I'm going to do is look in my ender chest and see, because I have more shulker boxes in my ender chest. So I'm just going to take all the shulker boxes out and lay them all out, just across the board. Because I could swear I had more than one map. So many shulkers, oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can't figure some stuff out here. I have basically dumped the contents of my ender chest and everything out of here. Okay, here we go. Now, starting over here... Wait, I did not put you upside down. Who said you could be upside down? Be right side up, please. White wool, white wool. No, no, no. Come with me. No, no. Oh my gosh. I'll remember you for later. No. Oh, there's the glow ink I was looking for. This is not... Let's see. Fortune mending. Okay, you're gonna get replaced. Are you Silk Touch? No, you're not. I need Silk Touch. Silk Touch, my 5-pick. Okay. Oh, come on. Poop. I will grab a thing of fireworks. Soy lame Jordeha. Unless that's Soyame Jordeha. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Forgive me if my Spanish is kind of terrible. You come with me. Oh dear. I was really hoping that I had something here. I don't have a... I thought I had a, whatchamacallit. I seriously thought I had a new empty, like a paint, thingy. I thought I had a thingy. Hey, Fallen 9! How are you, dude? Haven't seen you in a hot minute and a half. You doing okay? How's everything? You doing okay? It's good to see you, dude. I'm working on maps, and my first map is done, but I need a... You bought a... Okay, so 2 people in this chat have bought houses so far. That's amazing. Good for you, Fallen. Good for you. I'm glad. Okay, so we're gonna throw the crafting bench in here, and we're gonna plunk the bed here for now because it's okay. I think I'm gonna have to take a trip over to... the... Oh, hi, Jawansi. I'm gonna have to take a field trip over to the villager trading area. I already know it. Where are my emeralds? They're here somewhere. Do I have... Wait, do I have... I have stone. I can trade stone. I can trade stone for emeralds. Chauncey, you wouldn't happen to have an extra empty map, would you? Yeah, I don't have any. Okay. I'll have to go get an empty painting, or I keep thinking it's painting, but it's map. I need an empty map. So, where can I get an empty map? Where can I get an empty map, Jawansi? Can I get one from the villagers? Oh, no doubt, Fallen. When we bought our house, it was a whole thing and a half. It was a whole thing and a half. It really was. And I realized I've been sitting here for like 3 hours, and I forgot to, as I bumped the mic, I forgot to plug my Fitbit in. My Fitbit's like, I need you to charge me, NJ. I need power. So now I'm charging my Fitbit. Can make the map with paper. You know what? I'm just gonna keep gridding this out, and yeah, please, Juancy, if you could, that would be great. I really want to get a jump on this. I want to get a jump on this map. But I have to finish gridding it out first. Paper and a compass. I don't have that. If there's a cartographer or 9 pieces of sugarcane. I don't think I have sugarcane on me in these chests. Thank you, Alvin. Everybody check your posture. And hydrate. Thank you. One thing at a time, Elvin. One thing at a time. Okay, there we go. Alright. We're gonna finish gridding the... space. We're gonna finish gridding the space out. Okay, so yeah, if we finish gridding the space out, that's gonna save us a lot of grief. Okay, so we'll come back over here, because it's great to work from left to right. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to where I was. I'm gonna put this map over here, because it's distracting me. Because the finished maps always do. And we did this over here. We covered this. Alright. And we started here in laying out the first row. So let's do that. Let's finish where we left off with that. I think I can go this way and do it faster this way. Maybe. Or at least try to be faster. Okay. Alright, so now the first row is done. So now, this right here, this counts as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep, that's right. So now you can do this. Good night, Lacerte. Sleep well, my dear. Have a wonderful night. Rest well. I'll catch you very, very soon. And off we go. I know it takes a bunch of extra time to grid everything out, but let me tell you, in the long run, it saves... I know it saves me... it saves me so much grief. It seriously does. It saves me a lot of grief. Alright, so that's one whole thing there. Oh, no, it's not. It's... I need to do this too. Alright, so now that's 2 whole rows. Let me just make sure I did this right, because this doesn't look right to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I did do this right. It just looks... The perspective is weird. Because when you're standing here, it looks so small, you know? But when you get closer, it's fine. So now you count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then the 17th one. There you go. Exactly, Sea Turtle, exactly. It filling in that chunk, it does become a more tangible proof. And when you have it, when you have the map in front of you, you really get to see it full on for yourself in terms of how much progress you've made. And the ground beneath me is going to continue to fill with grass because I've loaded the chunks I'm in. So the grass also helps. Boop. Okay, so that's now there. So we're going to continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I can see Juansi's giving the tour to the new person, which is awesome. Juansi, you're the best. Oh, also before I forget, Shamblecraft is not the only SMP I belong to. I'm also part of Mind Boggled, and my first episode with them will probably be out sometime early next week, if not later this week. because I've just got way too much going on, and I really want to make sure I do a good job with it. But I might be on tomorrow. I don't know yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then 17 is there. I should have enough cobble from everything I took from my chests to be able to grid this out properly. Why is it so flat there? Because it's easier to build maps if they don't have to terraform. This area is the map dimension, or the map world. It is perpetual day, and only for map making. And also for people murdering each other for their heads without spamming the chat. But yeah, this is a map making area. We have the overworld and the nether. And also here we have a mining dimension, a nether mining dimension, and this map area. So there's 4 or 5 different areas we can go to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, it's a map dimension. It's perpetual day. It's flat. How do you get to the different dimensions? Special portals. Yes. There are a series of portals in spawn on the 2nd level that will take you to the different spaces. Now, the thing is, this server is not like Shamblecraft. We don't have keep inventory here. So when I go mining, I like to bring with me things that I know if I lose them, I'm not going to be upset about it. Because I didn't do that one time and it stunk and I hated it. So when I go to the mining dimension, it's fine. But when I go to the mining nether, I usually just bring iron gear and, you know, like disposable iron picks. Unless I need something, then I grab a diamond pick from the villagers. I don't really go all out for it, because I know that if I die, I'm gonna lose stuff I don't care about, and it's not as bad. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, hold on. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Boop. Yeah, once I'm done gridding this out, I will, I can show you the different dimensions if you want. Depending on time, because it's already after midnight. It's already after midnight. I can tell I'm starting to get a little swervy. But if I can get, after Jawansi has finished his tour, if he comes by with a map, that would be amazing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so I went the wrong... Did I already grid this whole thing? Huh. I think I did. I think I gridded this whole thing. Okay, so now we have to grid up and over. So let's go do that. Ow. Okay, so we started here and we counted to 16 because we always count the corner as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So then again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Here's 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Shoot, I lost my spot. Hold on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yay. Ruby says I'm back, ran out of things to do. Well, you're welcome. I finished the first map. It looks like this. And I'm about to work on map number 2. So, right now I'm gridding it. I work in grids because it's just so much easier. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Hi, Jawansi! Nice outfit! Yay! Yay! Oh, bless. Yay, it's raining maps! Woohoo! Bye! What a gem. Okay. I'm gonna take these empty maps and not have them in my hand. There we go. So now I have this all gridded. And I'm just... You'll see it come to life now. You're doing a sort of thing. You don't know what it is exactly. That's okay. Now I'm going to play hopscotch. Yeah, I did. I moved them out of the hotbar. I have to make 12 of these, so... Jawansi just saved me a buttload of time. Okay. TokoBot19, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. I'm NJ. Welcome to the cafe. Pull up a chair. I am working on a map. You cometh from the Josepher Hills crowd. I thought your name was familiar. Welcome in. Welcome in. Make yourself at home. You've been in a creative block on your own single player world for months? Oh yeah, I feel that. See, I know what kind of base I want to build on Mind Boggled, but I don't have a clue as to what I want to do on Shamblecraft. Right now, I'm content with working on the communal areas, even though I'm only on the server once a week at this point, because I just haven't given myself the time. And I went, oh dear, I went too far. Whoops. I went too far. I went too far. I went a little bit too far. Oopsie-doo. Oh, I derped. Spoons if you got them. Because that's definitely a spoon moment. I went a little bit too ham and cheese. It's fine. Okay. Alright, so now we have to go this way. The Shamblecraft server is getting super crazy. Yes, it is. It is. It is, Newt. It is. Okay, let's see. Mapping is hard. Things are hard. It's okay. I just made a little bit of a mess. It's alright. Okay, so we're going this way. And so we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then 17 gets the block. Nope, not your fault. I have to pay more attention to the map. I got the map so I wouldn't do exactly what I did. But no, I had to go and be extra. It's fine. Words got what follows D and is in front of F a lot. It's hard not to say it. I have no idea what you mean. But I think I understand. Close enough, Sea Turtle. Close enough. Yeah, I showed your skins to Hubs, and he just looked at me, and I don't know if you heard him while we were on our chat earlier, but he's just like, of course Vin is Perry. Of course she's Perry. Because somebody had to be. Alright, so I've got, looks like how is it, wait, how did I run out of cobble so quickly? I had more than enough. How did I run out? Oh, that's not cool. Hold on, I know I have more than this. 1 second, I need to look for cobble. I need enough to not do that. I need enough to grid this out. Sixth in my IGN is what I'm trying not to say for as long as I can. Okay. I think I figured it out, but you do you. Especially when space keeps dying. Yeah, space has they have a penchant for that. Okay, no cobble there. No cobble there. Cobble, 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 where are you? Come on now. I need you so. Get in my hit bar. Hit bar. Gridding would be easy if I could find cobble. It's elusive. It's elusive. Then again, it's me we're talking about. Oh, for Pete's sake. So many shulkers! Hey, it's legally distinct. Come to mama. Need you. Nope, no cobble. Come on, cobble! Come on, cobble! No cobble. 'Cause you stink. But I think I have enough now. I might just have enough. I got my starter nubs over here, so we'll see. We gotta prep this map and make it ready to go. And at the rate we're going, we're gonna get there very quickly. And then I'll be able to work on this tomorrow. if I have downtime and Manatee doesn't have meetings all day, then I'll be able to just do my thing. Okay, one more. Alright, so I might not have enough to finish gridding, which is more annoying than anything else, but I think we're gonna try for it. I'm shocked, because I must have dropped some of it off along the way. I don't normally do that, but it's fine. I do have diorite slabs if I need them. And I do have stone. I can use stone. That's fine. I'll use the stone. Might as well. I might have actually turned the cobble into stone way back or when I needed XP, but it's fine. Ah, come on. So for those who are just coming in, I'm on ImpulseSV's Patreon server, and I'm in the middle of a 12-map commission for my friend Kep, who asked me to make a menu. I'm trying to finish this because it's a relatively simple map. The design is very simple and spread out over the 12 maps, but it's just a matter of actually finishing the 12 maps at this point. And I'm starting to grid out map number 2. I'm on map 2 of 12. Do I think I'll be able to finish this anytime soon? Heck yes, I do. I absolutely do. Did I go on survival on a super flat? No, Toko, this is a map. This is a map world that is, it's accessible through the overworld. It's a separate dimension. It is continuous daytime and intentionally flat for map making. This is a map making area. It's only for map making and for spamming death messages because they don't end up in chat. Why did I want to do this? This is torturous. Because it's 6:30 in the morning. You probably haven't had any caffeine yet. Hi again. What's this? You didn't have to give me this, you silly, silly person, you. Thank you. Javanti's silly. But now I have enough now I have what I need. You got rainbow cookies? Nice. That's a good way to start the day. I had those peanut butter chocolate trees, the ones that Reese's makes every Halloween or Christmas rather. I got those. I had that after dinner, or was it before? I think it was before dinner actually. All right, we've got 2 more grids to go. And I realize I skipped a spot on one of them, so I'll go back and fix that when I get up there. So that's fine. Okay. We're almost done. You can see the progress in the lower left. So that works. You're the girl who always has popcorn? Yeah, I really shouldn't have popcorn because of the braces. They get stuck. Like, everything gets stuck in my braces. It's like, But I am careful. And they actually have these special devices you can use to kind of clear it all out. But even still, it's a pain in the butt. And in the teeth. Okay, so that is there. Now I have to go fix this one because I skipped a row because I thought I was done. So we're going to do this real quick. All right, so we have that. We're down to the last. Are we set? We're good? Oh, that was the last one. Okay. All right, cool. So this is now all gridded. All 64 bits and bobs are all here. I'm going to go retrieve that shulker wherever the heck I left it. Your brain is pain. I'm actually going to replace this with cobble because it's going to drive me banana pants otherwise. Oh, it would help if I actually had the cobble on me. I don't know where the shulker went. It's fine. I'll just leave it. Where did I put that shulker? Because it's not showing up on the map. The shulker is not showing up on the map. Where did I put it? Well, you know what? I'll come across it eventually. It's fine. It'll pop up once everything goes green. So yeah, this is what we're up against. Yeah, I have the wire light. No, it's not lost. It's just in there. It's just in there chilling. It's not lost. I put it down. Sea Turtle says, we have a popcorn store in Kansas City called Topsy's. Or they sell popcorn. Cinnamon. Really good. Oh, I'll have to check it out next time I'm over there. Okay, so let me take a look at... Because it's already after 12:30 and I need to get some sleep. So let me take a look and see which chunks I want to go after. Do I want to work from the top across, or do I want to work from the bottom down? I think I might want to work from the top down because it's just going to be easier. So we know we did this. Like this was, if we look at the previous map, we know that the area underneath pancakes was done. Like the space under pancakes. So I know that I have to start on this. You can't see it, but I know, oh goodness. I have to start on this chunk, these two chunks in the morning. So that's a whole thing. That's my phrase and I'm sticking with it. That's a whole thing. Okay, so, all right. Now that we have everything gridded out, we're well on our way to getting this next chunk done and emptying the litany of shulker boxes that are here, not counting the ones that are still at the other location, which I'll probably end up moving over at some point. But I think I'm going to leave you off here. I'm going to try and get some sleep. It's been 3.5 hours, and I think we got a lot done, and I'm excited to start tomorrow. And I'll maybe post a picture on Twitter and the whatnot. But for those of you who came in from Kajiro's raid or just came to hang out, welcome. I'm so glad to have had you come join in. Paisley Patch, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the cafe. Grab a seat. Make yourself at home. It's been awesome. It's been so awesome. And after the day I had and spending a lot of it stressed because of the COVID scare that we had, and, you know, my coworkers are hopefully they'll be okay. They're getting through it right now because 2 of them have it. Being able to come in and just kind of take my mind off things and hang out with all of you has been just exactly what was needed. So I would like to give you all of my good vibes, and I would like to send you on a raid. I'm going to see who's streaming right now. And while I do that, I want to tell you about a couple of things first and foremost. Hi, Jawansi. Why are you giving me more stuff? You are giving me more stuff, friend. Why? What is this? Hold on, let me see. It's the cobblestone box. Okay, thank you. Silly. He didn't have to go retrieve it. I was going to go look for it later. He's silly. Okay, so who can I send you to? Who's streaming right now? While I look, I'm going to say, if you are new to the channel and you liked what you saw, hi, Kiwi. If you're new to the channel and you liked what you saw, please feel free to hit follow so you know when I go live. I normally stream on Tuesday nights, Friday nights, and Sunday mornings. This Sunday, I will be having a time for sure because I will be doing my normal Sagrada stream from 11. I usually go till 3. I'm only going to go till 1, so 11 to 1. Then, this is all Eastern time, by the way. Then at 3 p.m., I want you to join me as we go after the Ender Dragon. I don't know if I'll be streaming that, but we have a stream weekend coming up. In fact, I'm gonna go grab the tweet so you can see it because it's awesome. Let me grab that tweet so you can see the fun and save the date for Sunday. Boop. Alright, there we go. Thank you for the 3 months at tier 1, Jawansi. You're the best. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to open the end. We're going to beat the dragon. And we're going to go and have a good time. So, on that tweet, you'll see that I will be streaming at 6 p.m. Eastern. So, I'll be doing 2 streams on Sunday. Wild, I know, but it's all good. In the meantime, while I get this raid set up, if you're not already following me on Twitter, please feel free to follow me on Twitter. And Elvin, that's right, there are plenty of us streaming, from Fally all the way, and Johnny, all the way to Elvin, who is capping off the evening or the day of streamy goodness. So I really hope that you will consider joining us for that. But please also feel free to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/njcoffeejunkie. As said before, my first episode on the Shamblecraft SMP is going live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Would love for you to join me in chat because that is a fresh premiere. And that's going to be a whole thing. If you want to catch up with my previous season on Shamblecraft, you can do so at that link as mentioned. I also have a Patreon of my own. You can find out more information about it at patreon.com/njcoffeejunkie. For $5 a month, you get access to my episodes up to 2 days earlier than everyone else. So definitely consider checking out Patreon. That would be awesome. I would love to have you as a patron. Last but not least, Discord. Discord is there. You do not have to be a Twitch or YouTube subscriber to be a part of it. You just have to be at least 13 years of age or older to be able to check that out. Would love to have you. I think I'm going to send you... Where am I going to send you? I'm going to send you over to... I think I'm going to send you over to Evil Notion, because I love raiding Evil, and I never get to do it, so I'm going to send you his way. So everybody, go check out Evil Notion. He's wonderful. He does Jackbox on Saturday nights. I'm always in his stream like that, and I love being able to see him and saying hello. I don't think he's stopping anytime soon, so looks like he's got some Minecrafty goodness going on. So when you get there, tell him that NJ's raid is freshly brewed just for him, and tell him Happy Tuesday from me. But with that, I'm sending you off. Have a wonderful night, and as always, wear your masks, wash your hands, and be excellent to yourselves and to each other. Take care. I'll see you Friday, if not sooner. Bye!